Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. The BIB Podcast is brought to you by the College of Southern Nevada's Small Business Entrepreneurship Development, powered by CSN Blackstone Launchpad. Are you ready to eat? Because this is where everybody eats. Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. Powered by Blackstone Launchpad here at the College of Southern Nevada. We are your host, Sean Torrey, and my man, Cordon the Don. What's up, sir? How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, man. We here with some phenomenal people, and they bring in the vibes. I love it. Foot check. You know, I got the New Balances on. I actually wore these because my man's put me on to New Balances for real. So I had to put these on.
You got them on too?
I got them. Yeah, he got them. See, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little 2002
Come on.
R. Yeah. Comfortable.
Nothing
Comfy
crazy.
green.
Nothing crazy. Why, Mrs. Hayes got the nice dunks on. You know, Kyle Wiles. Come on.
Cow Wow Dunk Lows.
What you got on?
Racer Blue
Racer
Jordan
Blue Jordan?
3s.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some slight.
Some fit check.
Yeah.
Some fit check. So today's episode is called It's a Vibe.
It is a
It's a
vibe.
vibe.
It's always a vibe.
It's a vibe with a special guests who are excited to discuss the importance of God, family, art, and business. Come on. This phenomenal couple have been together for 13 years and married for 7. They have 2 children together who are 2 and 4 years old. They originally had a custom sock dyeing, basketball planters, and croc charm accessory business prior to their business now known as VibesDIYStudios. It used to be called MackenzieRaeCreations, that they operated from 2009 all the way till now, right? Now, this gentleman right here works as a medical device sales rep by day and VibesDIYStudios by night. The queen over here, this beautiful queen, is the brains of the operation for Vibes. When it comes to creativity, creating workshops, and adding new products to the studio, she handles their social media. She is the large reason why aesthetic of Vibes and their social media is what it is today. The gentleman here is the sales marketing guru. And that's a fact. This man sells millions. Millions. And from getting Vibes featured on the news, collaborating with social media influencers, and getting the word out about Vibes across the city.
Man.
They need to go internationally global.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
Everybody in the place to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the vibe to your art, the vibe to your soul, the power married couple, business dynamic duo, CJ and Coop Hayes. How y'all doing?
That's the intro.
Hey, come on. How y'all feeling?
Blessed. It's a good morning to be here.
Hey, come on, man. I'm happy to be here. These are my peoples right here.
Yeah.
Now, there's a small time I went to this high school called Centennial. I never claim it.
Really?
A semester.
I
Literally.
just learned that today.
Yes,
I
because
didn't know that
Centennial had no relevance
You
to
never
my heart.
talk about them.
I hate it.
I graduated from Centennial.
Well,
I
in all
don't really
fair-
claim them, you know.
In all fairness, I didn't have the best at home situation at the time, so that really attributed to it. But it also was a culture shock, and back then,
Man.
going from Canyon Springs,
Oh.
an all-black school,
Man.
Into the
to
hills.
sit to the hills of Centennial with a lot of people of the majority, who a lot of Mormons.
Yes.
You know, all love to them, but it was a culture shock for me.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I met this good brother CJ
Yeah.
a long time ago. Good friend. But yes, man, how you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're excited to be here. We got to open up the studio today, so we're happy to talk about it. I was hooping this morning with the church group, and we was getting the kids together this morning. So it's a busy morning.
Yes,
we
awesome.
had to be here.
No, I appreciate that, man. And so I know I'm not gonna waste y'all time. So let's get right to it. So the blueprint. This is our first segment. We're gonna talk about the blueprint of how all this how this started, the vibes, and it's been beautiful because I've been like. I think I started as soon as y'all dropped Mackenzie Ray, I was like buying all the charms. Me and the wifey bought all this stuff from y'all, and then when y'all opened Vibes, we was there, and I was so happy to see where y'all at now. But please tell the blueprint of MackenzieRaeCreations and Vibes. Please tell us the story.
So I was a stay-at-home mom, and I knew I didn't want to just be at home.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to be having my hands in different things, or I'm a creative person. So I started making pacifier clips for my daughter, and I started selling that on Instagram. And then
I think after that, she wanted to do something. She's always been crafty. She said, let's get the family together. Let's go out in the backyard and make tie-dye socks.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm
This
like,
was during the pandemic.
During
Sorry.
pandemic,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to make no tie-dye socks, but whatever. I'll do it for my wife. So we go out there and do that, and it came out really dope. We had like an ocean wave blue, a Mother Earth, a flaming hot.
Purple Haze for our last name.
Last name.
Hayes.
Double entendre. And she posted, she was taking pictures of them, and I said, my mindset started going like, what? We should post this on Instagram and just do a poll, see what people like.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that. We got a lot of traction, so much so that people actually wanted to buy the socks. It was the pandemic. Everyone was inside, so they didn't have nothing to do but spend money. So when that happened, I started going on lives with different people. I went on live with 2Js from Urban Necessities, who I've known for a very long time.
Shout out to
2Js. Went online with Nehemiah Deus for Circle of Greatness. I just went online live with a lot of people and got the word out about MackenzieRaeCreations. And that led into her wanting to start doing Crocs. And I was not a fan of Crocs. Like, I just didn't like the way they looked. That's just not my vibe. Hence the name. And then she started finding Croc charms that kind of were suitable for what I like. Like, I like, high-end luxury stuff. So like Prada, Chrome Hearts, Nike. And we started putting that on Crocs, and people started going crazy over them. We're still in the pandemic. We've now sold our house. We move into an apartment. And this is where things get crazy. She wants to start dyeing socks. And the socks just went insane. She was doing like all these different big bends. Her hands were all different colors, all different types of the day. And we got so good at doing that. The Skims line, how it has like different skin tones. We were the first people to bring that to sock dyeing. And I was trying to reach out to as many people as possible. And I happened to comment under Tiana Taylor's post on Twitter. And she retweeted it.
Oh,
and
that's
then
crazy.
Not the GOAT, Tiana Taylor.
Yeah. So that was Kenzie Ray. So we started with that. I was doing that for a little bit. I was just bringing in items like the basketball planners, the croc charms, everything that I enjoy. I knew I wanted to bring in, and that's the only way like a person like me, someone quiet, like could sell something is if I like it. If it's coming from something like I like to see. So I'm doing that. The pandemic's a little bit over at this time. I think it's like 21. My mom is a little bit over her corporate job. She's wanting to retire. So we wanted to start a business, like a storefront business. So we're coming up with all these different ideas. We first landed on like we wanted to do a indoor kids gym because like a indoor like play area for kids. Because I have 2 little kids. I'm like, what else can I do that they're gonna be able to be there with me? And then doing the research on that, there's just a lot of insurance behind that.
That's crazy. Germs, insurance, and other people's kids.
And just
inspection behind all that.
So then we're like, so then we're looking into more stuff. And then I'm like, well, we're both creative people. Why don't we do like a craft studio or a craft store? So then we start looking into more ideas. We start researching different crafts. I find this paint pour place that pours on the fluid bears out in Australia.
This is a fluid bear, by the way.
Yeah, so that's
shout out to all the products that these are all the rugs too. Everything this you see here is from them.
We had to bring vibes here.
Y'all definitely did.
So we found the fluid bears. Someone was doing them out in Australia. And I'm like, this is cool, but I want to bring something different, not just take solely like what they're doing. So then we started finding the cause, the bear bricks, the different bank characters that we have. We have the astronaut. These ones are our favorite, but we have different characters like Pokemons, Hello Kitties, different things. And then I'm like, okay, I still want to do something different, like be different.
She doesn't like being Mrs. Me Too. Like she doesn't like copying everybody.
And I know like everything's like
there's nothing new under the sun.
But still I'm like, I want it to be like our thing. Like I want
something you authentic. I feel like you've done that since day one. I've seen what you've done. I've seen everything like from the basketball planters. I never see that till I came to
Yeah.
y'all. Like certain, like even with the I've seen the planters and stuff, but you brought the Jordan 1s, the 4s, all that. No one was doing that until I saw you doing it.
Right.
Yeah, so I had to dig deep in the web to find some like molds and find people that makes them. So then I started getting in the molds and started doing the shoes, the purses, different body shapes and stuff. So yeah.
And then she started rug tufting. And at this time, like her and her mom, or I'm sorry, her and my mother-in-law are trying to figure out like where the storefront is, what they want to do. And I'm like, y'all, that's you and my mother-in-law's thing. Like, y'all got to handle that. Yeah. And then she started doing rug tufting at the house. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. She's like, do you want to do it? I'm like, nah, like that's just on y'all. But then I just saw like she was excited about something, and her idea is like, if whatever her idea is, like I can feed it to the masses. Like I'm really good at sales. Like that's just my thing.
I know it well.
So she was getting into all this stuff, and then she started asking my opinion on what stuff to bring into the shop, and then my creative juices just started going. Now I'm DMing everybody in Las Vegas trying to get the words out about Vibes. And then we open up and we put it in Centennial Hill. Shout out Centennial. Yeah. Not for you, but you know, for us. We put it in Centennial Hills because we live over here, and most of the time you have to go downtown or you have to go to the arts district in order to have something like that, right? True. So we open up Black-owned business, and we're 2/3 of the business. My mother-in-law is the third business partner. We open it up and it just goes nuts. Like people are coming in. They've always said like we have something unique, because you can typically go to, you know, a paint place and paint like a pot. Yeah. But after a while, that doesn't mean as much. When you have like these type of things that you can actually showcase in your house, it's unique. It's something that you made, and most importantly, it's something that no one else has.
Yeah, I have to agree, bro, because I promise you, I love the vibes there. And like I was so thankful. I'm thankful for y'all. And for one, thank you, because it's your first air appearance. I had to make that known. We got her out the house. Y'all did. But no, not only that, it when I walk, because it is Centennial Hills, and I will say, for the record, the best thing about Centennial is that I met you and Julius and Colin and Sarah and all my folks. Like I never would have got friends like y'all if I never would have went there. So I will say that for the record. But the fact that you were willing to open the doors for our King of Jewels youth, I wanted to acknowledge that too. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to. And that's one of the things I wanted the young men to see you. And her, like first, mainly you both, because they don't see Black couples who are at the magnitude you are. So I don't know how powerful you really see it, but I see it. And I want to just acknowledge y'all for that, man.
Appreciate that.
And thank y'all for sharing your story for the platform.
Man. Yeah, absolutely.
So, man, I gotta pass it to my man Cordon, because we gotta go on business on the fly, because we gotta get y'all going. Y'all store owners.
Man, yeah. So business on the fly is gonna be some either or questions, like preference based questions, and then just give us your answer, and then just elaborate a little bit, tell why. So the first one is gonna be sublimation or heat press. I know
you want to take that.
That's him.
You can both answer too.
Okay. So I'm gonna say heat press, just because I'm starting like my own clothing line. I think it's always been cool to see people take ideas, put it onto a heat press, and it's a physical product that you can walk around with, as opposed to being a walking billboard for someone else's brand.
Exactly.
You know, obviously like Nike is great, but Nike isn't paying you. So I think investing into yourself and doing heat press is dope. The reason why I say kind of both is because we're actually working with a company right now that happened to that found us during the accessories, some type of market that comes here. And they reached out to us, and we've had a meeting, and we're bringing something new to Vibes that I don't think any place has ever done before. So sublimation is something that we got in the works.
Nice,
it should be coming soon.
It is.
But heat press.
That's dope.
I'm not. That's why I said him.
That's his thing.
Yeah, that's his thing. I mean, I would say heat press just from what I know from the two. Yeah. But once we start working with the other one, then maybe I'll know a little bit
We'll see
more.
what's up.
Yeah.
This next one's gonna be good for you. I want to see what you think. Rug making or painting?
Ooh, okay. So it depends on the day. 'Cause I like both. I actually didn't realize how much of a painter I was until our studio. I'm really good at taking something that I see and either tracing it and creating it, like where's Tyson?
The side of the face.
Yeah, like, and something simple as that, like, and we've had a few people buying them. So, and that was just something that I made when I was grieving my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Why Tyson? I don't know.
But Mike Tyson, no?
Yeah. That was just an idea. So, and then rug tufting is very therapeutic once you get into it, once you learn it.
Oh, you're right, it is.
Yeah, you put some headphones on and you get in the zone, and it does take a few hours, but it's very therapeutic. So for me, I'm both. It just depends on the day.
Yeah. I don't have the patience like her to do painting over and over again.
Yeah.
I love rug tufting. I think that taking an idea off the internet, like any brand that you want, or like a photo, or like your favorite animal, and getting in the zone. And we have the vibes at VibesDIYStudio. We have the best playlist,
That's
the
facts.
best people.
That's
So
facts.
you're just going and you're making your own rug, and it's so cool when people come into our studio, their eyes light up when they're looking at our yarn wall.
Yeah.
And I think that's what draws people into our studio. And then you have, the painting stuff to add on to it. But I'm rug tufting all day. I've probably done more rugs than probably anyone.
Yeah, most of our rugs on our wall are his.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's dope.
No joints is fire. Okay.
Paint splatter or paint pouring?
So I'm a paint pourer because I don't have the patience.
Because that can get done real
stuff
quick.
Like this, right? Like this is like a whole bunch of different colors, and I just like the idea of creating a one of one.
Right.
So
Mhm.
For
getting
sure.
a whole bunch of colors, and I think it's really cool to get people's senses into creating something unique. The kids love it when they come in, and you don't realize how many men don't realize how much of a paint pourer they are until they
Till they
come to
pour.
our studio.
That's
Mhm.
facts.
Yeah.
Or even just, I guess, just painting. Period.
Yeah.
And I think that's what our pieces do. It brings different people out.
Yeah.
But for me, I would probably say paint pouring too. Yeah. Well, you could do both on
Right,
these
of course,
pieces.
yeah.
So, I would still say paint pouring though. Yeah.
Okay. Paint pouring. Storefront or online store?
Overhead wise, online store. I like the online store because it gives you an opportunity to get out to people. That's how we got started. And I don't think without that online store, we would have a physical storefront. So I love online because we're in a digital era right now, and everyone has their phone in their hands, which means that you have a consumer ready to buy. You just have to have the right product in front of them.
Sure, for sure.
For me, I would probably say online too. I feel like what was it? Storefront. It depends on what you want to do. If we're doing something that's hands-on, then storefront. But then online, I feel like it's quick.
Quick,
Yeah.
Consumables.
Yeah.
Acrylic or matte paint?
Acrylic.
Yeah.
I feel like it's buildable. It's easier to work with. For us, like our paints dry a lot quicker. So like our hand painted pieces, they can take the same day. The only time I like a matte is if it's black.
Right.
Yeah.
That matte black.
Yeah.
That's her mood.
Yeah.
I'll say acrylic too. I just agree everything she said.
All right, last one. Basketball planters or sock dyeing?
Oh. I'm gonna say basketball planters just because I got a green thumb, so I got probably in our house over 100 plants. So
That's a lot of plants.
Yeah.
Basketball
I just
planter.
because we plant too. My dad's a planter, so it's like
Mhm.
grew up doing that. I'm just especially here. But I guess folks who know how to plant, y'all still know how to work in this desert. So I
Yeah.
salute.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah, and then in the studio we got probably a
y'all
good-
do got a bunch of plants.
Yeah.
If you walk into our studio and look up, you'll see
They're
Papa's
healthy
pants
too, actually.
coming down because she
Mhm.
keeps watering
You
them.
keep them healthy. That's the first thing I never told you, but I look up every time and I'm like, oh, they're healthy.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, I grew up. My dad's he's from Georgia, Anthony, Georgia, so he grew up on a farm, and
Mhm.
that's one of the things I had to learn and embrace from him is like the planting stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun.
it was cool because one of the first clothing lines that we ever did, we partnered with D-Ran with 92, and we took a smiley face basketball from Chinatown Market, and we put a planner in it, and then we put it on a T-shirt.
That's right, y'all did do
and
that.
And then on the back, it was like our first photo shoot when she was pregnant, and it said, "Let's root for each other and watch each other grow." That was on the back, and that was my first like introduction to actually making something.
That's dope.
So I'd have to agree with the plants because our air is clear at the house for sure because of those plants.
For sure.
Definitely. Gotta be over 100 plants.
Yeah, she got them everywhere. I just gave up. I'm like, the smell, we're good with the smell. Even one Mother's Day, I took her to start a nursery. I said you could fill the cart.
Yeah, if I could fill the cart or whatever it was,
dolly.
I can get it.
That's
So
funny.
as
It
much
was
as I
dangerous.
could-
That was a
yeah.
dangerous. I should never did that.
You were being a thoughtful husband.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what it is.
Yeah.
It was my first Mother's
That's
Day.
your first-
so
Yeah,
it
that's
was
true.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's love too. You know, that's she gonna remember that forever.
Yeah. I'm like, can we do that again?
No, man, thank you so much for the business on the fly. And so we're gonna transition to the legend. So this is where we'll ask you a deep question about that give us more insight. So the legend, if you remember the map, that little box on the map when you're trying to see the details, that's how detailed we wanted to get, right? So and particularly for our students, right? Blackstone Launchpad. So Cordon is a Blackstone Launchpad student. He goes to UNLV now, so happy
You
alma
already
mater.
know
all
we
that.
got a
Yeah,
bulldog
yeah.
and a rebel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I was kidding. But as far as this, if someone here at because we have a lot of students who are in the arts, especially this campus, the North Las Vegas campus in particular is where most of the students are the arts. And I used to have this thing called bringing canvases to life, where I don't know if you remember seeing that. I had students, I would partner with Guerrilla Arts, and they would paint 2 big canvases, and they got to display them in front of First Friday. That was something dope I did when I was working here. And you have students who love the arts. What would you tell them as far as if they really wanted to have a storefront, if they really wanted to invest in arts, where would you tell them to start?
I mean, do the art or the craft or whatever it is that you love. I think that's the one thing that I try to project is just don't worry about what other people are wanting. Like, I guess I don't want to say don't care about the customer, but care about what you want to put out. And just have purpose behind that and love behind that, and that will show through your art.
I have to agree. Like, I think when you first start doing something, you're looking for support from other people, but some of the greatest artists of our time don't have the support in the very beginning, and what drives them is their purpose. So if you want to have a storefront and that's a goal that you want to get to, I think it's important to be involved in the community, do the First Fridays, do the market in the alleys, because our network here in Vegas, even though people say we don't technically have a culture and we're transient, we're very, very tight knit.
Yeah.
And I think the more that people see you, the more that they'll connect you with people, which will get you to a point where I was just talking earlier about like Nevada Grow. There's so many opportunities and so many people that you may not know that can put you on. So I think having purpose behind what you're doing, and then building those connections and those relationships to ultimately get your storefront, if that's what happens, and be in the heart of the arts district. That's another good spot. Chase, he has his 33 gallery.
Yeah, he does.
And he does amazing for the historic West Side.
He does.
And then you have people that are in the arts district that do amazing things, and you got us with Vibes, where we're necessarily not the artist, but we bring it to where you get to DIY like you are the artist.
Right.
But it doesn't start at a storefront. It starts with purpose and connections.
Love that.
Yep. I just wanted to piggyback on that first thing you said. It was looking for support. A lot of people, we as artists, especially me being like a clothing brand owner, is like you look for support from people that you know. And that support 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna come from the people that you know. It's coming from people outside. So when we don't get that support from the people that we expect it from our close friends, our family, or whatever, it's kind of discouraging in a bit. It's like, why don't these people rock with me the way that I thought they did? But then there's strangers out here that love your work and that's gonna support your work more than anybody that knows you. So that was just another thing that I wanted to piggyback on. Like for creatives out there and for artists out there, don't look for the support from people that's in your circle, people that you know. If they don't support you, don't stop. Keep going, because like I tell all my creative friends, there's an audience for everything. So whether if they not supporting it, it's people that do support it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's it's about striving through that. And that kind of goes into my question is like, what advice do you give to young creatives and young artists that are facing that adversity? Like, I know I got a good product, I know what I'm doing isn't like anything else, but I'm not getting that traction, I'm not getting that love, I'm not getting out there. You have any advice for those kind of people?
Well, being in therapy, we talk about like the small wins, and I think some of the wins that you can look at is like, okay, if you're not seeing the growth or steady pace that you would like to be at, it's like, what are the little things that you can do? Because the compound effect is real. Like little things consistently over a long period of time can help you. So.
Right.
Make sure you're utilizing all your platforms, like your social medias. Make sure that you're going live so that way you can engage with people and talk to people. It may be one person that comes on the line, but so what? Like,
exactly.
That's your thing. And, I would love to be able to go back and see, Virgil, like in his sketchbook, like a long time ago when no one knew about Pyrex or Off-White. Like, we look so much for applause, and the applause doesn't come. Like, you'll see someone that's playing the piano beautifully. And you're like, man, I wish I could play like that. But you don't know the hardships that they had to endure to get to that point. So I think it's important for you to document your journey, and that will get you to fall in love with the process. And then also, community and networking definitely help.
How about you, Coop?
Oh. I'm sorry, what was the question?
I
got lost. Yeah, I got lost in what you said.
Some advice for young creatives that are, facing adversity, not necessarily getting the traction or the applause that they think that they deserve or that they know that they deserve.
Yeah, I agree with everything that he said. But just, I don't know, just continue to keep doing what you love, and that will show through your work. That's really the only advice I could give, because I just really believe in putting out things that you enjoy.
Right.
Because I'll ask him about something that I like, and he'll maybe say no, but then I'm like, I really like it, so I'm still put it out.
Do it anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
and even though I appreciate his, opinion, like you were saying, there's someone that's going to like it.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest thing is just keep doing. If you love it, keep doing it, and don't give up on that.
And one last thing just to add, sometimes, we try to fund, like, let's say you're an artist and obviously the bills aren't getting paid. It's okay to go and get a job to fund your business, right? Or like to have the creative time. So if you go and work a 6-hour job, dedicate 2 hours a day to your craft, but just know that you got money coming in while you're in that, caterpillar phase.
Man, I just want to thank y'all so much, because y'all, I don't know, you gave a gem. I don't know if you gave a reel. Y'all both gave some reels. I was like, oh, yes, y'all gave me some content today.
Yes.
But I want to thank you both so much from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul, because the Coop, I know I met you through CJ, but and I know that's how you met me. But it's been a pleasure to watch your journey and to really just blossom. And you both do it together, the support you guys have for each other. From one married couple to another, please keep that, because that inspires me. And I probably don't say it much to y'all, but y'all inspire me. And I just want to tell you publicly to please keep that. Please keep God, because I definitely do that for my marriage too.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, because y'all kept y'all word on after we had our young men come to your shop, and now he's working with y'all. So that's
Damien, man. Love him.
That fool.
He is hilarious.
He's
goofy.
Yeah, he's hella goofy. But he said, he was like, man, because I remember he's like, man, do you think I could ask them? I was like, yeah, go out, man. This your chance. Better take it. He took it. He ran with it.
And he was very persistent. He kept coming back. He kept calling.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that from him because I think as business owners you get busy.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
and you forget. So him continuing to keep coming back helped. So.
That helped
Yeah, we
us.
love that.
Yeah, we told him like, hey, be persistent because
Yeah.
folks is busy. And
Yeah.
he didn't get discouraged not one bit.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
And
good.
he's like, man, I can't thank y'all enough. I was like, man, no, thank them. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, and I love when things like that align because this is what it's about.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So, and on to that, want to give you all a toast. So we want to go ahead to the last segment, which is the happy hour, where we literally, this segment is where we toast between the guests and the hosts,
Mhm.
and you tell us something that's great going on. So these cups are yours to keep.
Oh,
Yep, these are yours.
nice.
Nice to see you saying the Black Soul
It's that
Launchpad
matte
cups.
black.
That's that
Yeah.
So
I
tell
like
us what's
it.
something great going on with y'all right now.
I think for me, personal development, like CJ had mentioned, we're in individual therapy. So for me, personal development, just working on myself outside of being just a mom. I don't want to say just a mom, but being a wife, a mom, just finding myself outside of that and outside of the studio. So personal
That's
development.
dope.
I'm gonna toast to I believe therapy too because I feel like it's given me the
Mhm.
balance that I need.
Yeah.
Because I know we wear many hats as men,
Yeah.
and I want to be as successful as possible, like for my kids, for my wife, for my family, and for our legacy. So the balance that I have right now has given me peace. Obviously, God is like the source of everything, which has got me definitely involved in like Bible studies. And even before here, I was fellowshipping with men. We play basketball at 6 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
which was great. But I think I'm starting to learn like where to spend my time.
Yeah.
And wherever I spend my time, that's basically me watering a seed that's going to, reap a harvest later.
Amen. Amen. How about you, bro?
My birthday's coming up.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy
I'll be
birthday.
21 on March 6th. So yeah, I'm excited.
Don't tell them. I'd say for me, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that God continues to use me and keeps me grounded. And I'm happy that I have a wife who loves me for me and morally just be able to just live my purpose, man. Like and before your interview, you saw I was talking to some UNR students and just to look at their faces, I was like, bro, I remember that struggle. Being up there and working all the jobs just to make it and still working hard. But it's like that doing multiple things and stuff that started there.
Yeah.
That's why like when people are like, oh, I don't know how you do it. I was like, I've been doing this for years, bro.
Yeah.
But you don't know that it turns you into this,
Mhm.
you know, and
In the moment, you don't really realize
Nah.
it. Yeah.
don't. And I'm just thankful that I'm thankful, man. I really am. Like it's been a long road, and I still have a long road ahead, man. But I thank God, man, because I know I can. He completely gave me a 180, man. It
That's awesome.
makes me tear up. I'm just thankful. That's it.
Well, I know it is beautiful. On my birthday, I got flowers, and I told my wife prior to that men don't get their flowers until they're in the ground.
That's true.
So I want to just give you your flowers as you were just talking. Like you do so much for the community, and
Thank
you
you,
do
man.
so much for just being an inspiration. You talk about us being inspiring, but I think we're inspired by you
Thank you,
because
bro.
you're boots on the ground, and there's so many people that say they want to do it, but then there's people who just show up by their actions. I saw you at the Donna Street thing the other day, all the way to Good Morning America to like right before the podcast, like pouring into the students. So like don't forget like God's purpose and God's hand on your life because you're definitely inspiring us.
Amen. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. And that's why I keep going because I'm like, I know this is bigger than me.
Mhm.
So I'm thankful. And man, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. My man Cordon the Don. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. We're your host, Sean Torrey and Cordon Allen, and we'll see y'all next time. And before that, plug y'all socials. Y'all need to tell people where y'all from. Yeah, like that camera right there. Let them know where you at.
Well, my personal is coop.kenzie. And then our business is VibesDIYStudio. And then our accessories is KenzieRae.shop.
and we are located on 7575 Norman Rockwell Road.
Yes.
I am CJ Hayes. CJ Stay Blessed on Instagram, and I'll be dropping a lot of stuff here soon. I can't give you too much detail, but just come to Vibes DIY Studio and you will find out more.
Make sure you got a. Is it gonna be? I like oversized. You got some oversized stuff
it's
coming?
oversized.
Okay,
I
man,
like
man, man.
oversized.
Because bro, man, like the stuff now, I can't. It's like it's not regular fit no more. Everything gotta be slim.
Yeah.
I'm not the slim guy no more. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I'm gonna rock it.
Yeah.
All right, but no, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you next time. Sean Torrey, Cordon Allen, Don. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.